Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is JT from The Beauty of Life. Today I'm going to talk about how did I pass my AANP for certifications for the FNP. And for me, the material I did study one review program from Latrina Warden. She is amazing. I'm not sure if you can see this. They have a lot of material. They have a live session, they have bronze, they have crash course. So what I did was I purchased a bronze max bundle. So the bronze max bundle including the crash course and also the PowerPoint clinical video to review system as well. So and I find these two is come together. It works really well. So in the beginning, I study from book first. It's actually a physical book first. I study from Gleek. If any of you in the program, you probably heard of Gleek. This is a third edition. The fourth edition at that time what came out already before I took my board. But because I already have this book, I did not get the fourth editions. But the third edition was fine with me. The material updated some material, but I studied with no problem and passed my board. And I really like this book. It's by system and then the question in the back. Simultaneously, I bought also a leak flashcard. If you have extra money on the side that you didn't struggle, the flashcard costs about $30. So what I like about the flashcard is because I study this question before I go to bed. So I just grab one of these two cards, all which how many questions I want to study. Each card have 12 questions. They have questions in the front and the answer in the back for you to look at if you find the right answer or not. So I really liked it, and also it's color coded. So every system is color coded. So you can just pick a system on that day. Say, oh, I feel like I want to study ENT more today. I want to study cardio more today, or I want to study neuro more today. You just pick a color and pick your card, and I just read it off before I go to bed, before I turn off my light. And so these two I absolutely recommend to study. And after I finished this book, what I did simultaneously doing the questions. These questions, 90% of this question in flashcard you could find in the book. This one is just for conveniency, but 90% of this question you actually found in this book in the back. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If you have extra cash, you want to study, you want to get just for study conveniency, then you get it. If not, it's not a big deal. After I finish studying that book, I go to do the Latrina Warden review. So I bought the bronze max bundle. So the bronze max bundle including the crash course and the PowerPoint review. The trick is when I bought the max bundle, it comes with a crash course and PowerPoint. But after I read this book, I go here because I'm a visual learner. I like to listen to even it's a video recorded person talks, but still like someone talking to me, so I can retain more. So that's why I choose the bundle, because with the PowerPoint, also with a recorded live instructor, the professor Warden, she's amazing. She gave you like tips and tricks how to take the course and how to remember the material. I love her, and that's how when I was in my exam, I remember a lot of material she told me that was in the back of my head, because I keep like back and forth look at her PowerPoint and also her crash course back and forth. So what I did was after the book, I did the PowerPoint again. So I reviewed the system again while practicing the the question books. But because I feel like when I finished all those questions, it's like 750 questions. I thought it wasn't enough for me to practice. So I purchased the APEA question book from Holier, which is absolutely loved it. The first page, how it's organized is the front is the question and the back is the answer. So you can just go straight your answer right away. Except there are comprehensive question in the back, then it's actually all questions. So you're doing the test yourself. You're testing yourself comprehensively, and then you're looking for a question. You see how much you got wrong and how much you got right. That's how you measure where you at. So I love this book as well. Then after I finished studying the book, the PowerPoint while doing this question as well. And 2 weeks before my 2 weeks before my exam, I started doing the crash course. Actually, not even 2 weeks. I would say probably like 10 days. 10 days before my exam, I start doing my crash course, which is included in the Max bundle, the bronze Max bundle. And I started doing the crash course, and I listen to it every day. The crash course, I take time. I just do it every day, and it just until like I memorize the material that what she told me, and I passed my board. It took me about 1 month to study. At that time, I was still working full time as an RN, and so as an RN working in hospital, we work 3 days a week. So on my day off, I take between 4 to 8 hours to study on my day off, which is 4 days a week for to study. And then on the day that I work 12 hours. Sometimes I come home from work after a hectic ER day. It was really tiring to continue studying. I just go to sleep. But sometimes I feel like, oh, I have still a little bit energy left. I just pick up a few cards from here, like maybe like 6 questions or 5, or even I even do like just 6 questions or even 2 pages, like 12 questions, and I just read and do it, and then I fall asleep. It's, for me, study more than less. So I just utilize all my time to study just for that 1 month, and completely after 1 month I completely crash. I can't even read any books anymore. One thing I really like about Dr. Warden review is she catering to students that taking different kind of board. Either you're taking AANP, or you're taking ANCC or AGNP. So you can pick those courses according to whichever board you take. Another book that I also recommended for you, for not so much for me, for crash study, 1 month study for the board. But if you planning to study ahead of time, like during your NP program, I was so busy because I was working full time, so I didn't have time to actually study. But if you're planning to study during the second year or the third year, wherever you at, to study at the same time, then I would definitely recommend the Fitzgerald Nurse Practitioner Civic Exam Prep. This book has so much details in there that you can find that help you study in your program as well. Because in the program, well, many of you know, we have a lot of PowerPoints, a lot of condition, a lot of disease, a lot of treatment we have to study. So this book definitely help you study in the program. And because of the details that they provide, it's a little bit overwhelming for me to actually study in 1 month. If you only have 1 month to study for the board, this book is not for you. There's so much information. But if you plan to study ahead of time, this book is great, like absolutely amazing for those who prepare ahead of time. So by the time you finish, you actually can take your board right away. I have a few classmates, after we complete the program, they already take the board like within like 2 weeks, and they pass the board on the first time with this book and with this. So they study both, and then they like both, because I asked around, they like both, but they study this ahead of time, and they study like before they graduate. So I'm not sure where they find all those time to do that. I don't, but I did find time to study. I took a week off to complete before my board, just to like focus on my board. So those are my tips to study how I pass my AANP. Everybody study differently. Talks about questions in the exam. So before I take the exam, I, like everybody else, I say I'm so nervous. I need to like search around on YouTube or Google, see what they find in the exam. Many people tell me they do not find a lot of cardio questions. They do not find a lot of like musculoskeletal questions. They do find a lot of PEDS and a lot of strep questions. So on my exam, it's like I have a lot of cardio questions. Of course, I have a lot of PEDS questions. I also have a lot of muscular questions. So I have like how to do the Lashman test, the McMurray test, like, so a lot of questions regarding GI as well. And I have like probably 2 or 3 questions about streps. It definitely a hard exam for me, and CLEC was NCLEX was hard already, but this is even harder. I had my real estate license and it was easy. And so as long you study, basically as long as you study, but this test is very, very different from NCLEX. It's like you're being provider now, so you actually have to make decisions. So you have to know what you do and it makes sense. So as long as you study material, you will pass the board. And that's all I want to say. And good luck on your exam. Congratulations on finishing your program. And good luck in your journey as a new MP. Thank you for watching my video. And if you like, please like and subscribe my video. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.